Where is my rose gold setting powder? The pearl-cased one. I left it here 4 days ago, and my lady's maid has searched
Absolutely everywhere, and I told her it would be here, and I am, as I always am, entirely correct.
Good morning, sister.
Yes. Good morning. You look very nice. Where is my powder? I see. So you have been using it. I think my complexion is considerably better in the morning than in the evening. Don't you find my complexion is better in the morning?
I think your complexion is the same at all hours.
You are mistaken. Is that a mark or simply a...
It is a shadow, nothing more.
You looked very quickly.
It is a shadow, Rosalind.
Because it has the look of something that could be Hawk.
A shadow. It is a shadow, I promise you.
Yes. Obviously. I could see that.
Wear the blue ribbon today. In your hair.
It brings out your eyes. Not that you need the help.
Sister, where is my powder? The pearl-cased one. Is that a shadow or a May? Yes, obviously. I could see that.
Wear the blue ribbon. I'm simply saying.
A prince. A real prince, not one of those soft border princes who arrive with 12 horses and think that is impressive. Sebastian of Varenthia? I have heard things about Sebastian of Varenthia. Good things, Your Highness? Interesting things. The pearls say I am refined and effortless. The gold says I am warm and approachable. The amethysts say I am interesting and should not be underestimated. The amethysts. This is very interesting. He is 40 years old. He has apparently been everywhere and seen everything. A man like that does not want pretty.
A man like that wants Koei. Everyone wants pretty. They simply do not admit it.
The rose gold, Your Highness? Already decided, already moving. Obviously the green one, aware. Yes, that is correct.
Prince Sebastian, welcome to the Kingdom of Plitvich. I am Princess Rosalind. I hope your journey was comfortable.
It was long.
Yes, we're well. You have come a great distance. The lakes are beautiful this time of morning. We find that guests are always...
Is the king available this morning?
My father will receive you after the morning hour. It is the custom here, too.
May I join you? The view from this terrace is particularly...
If you like.
The waterfalls on the eastern terrace are said to be the most beautiful in all the known kingdoms. I would be very happy to show you after breakfast. I know every path through the garden. I have lived here my entire life, and I know...
I have seen waterfalls.
Of course. And the forest walks, the paths through the lower lake level are really extraordinary. The light at this hour far...
I don't walk for pleasure.
You don't walk for pleasure.
How was it?
Sister.
Yes. I need you to listen to me very carefully. I am listening. That man, that prince, that Sebastian of Varenthia. He is the single most aggravating human being I have encountered in my entire 22 years of life, and I have encountered Father's trade minister, who, as you know, chews with his mouth open and has opinions about taxation. What happened? I introduced myself perfectly. I was warm, I was poised, I was wearing the green color gown.
You look beautiful in the green color gown.
I told him, welcome to our kingdom. I told him I hoped his journey was comfortable. Do you know what he said?
What did he say?
It was long, he said.
That was it?
I had thought about the conversation. I had considered topics. What topics?
The waterfalls, the garden walks, the eastern terrace view, which is genuinely spectacular. You know it is.
It is spectacular a tad. He said, I have seen waterfalls. He said, wow, amazing. I have seen waterfalls, as though our waterfalls are simply waterfalls. As though every kingdom has lakes like this and palace terraces like this. And I told him about the forest walks.
And?
I don't walk for pleasure.
He doesn't walk for pleasure.
He does not walk for pleasure. And he announced this as a fact, as though it was something a person simply says. I don't walk for pleasure. Who says that, sister? What kind of person pay?
Perhaps he rides.
I did not get to ask about riding, because at that point I was too busy. He does not walk for pleasure. Consider what must come next. And then, sister, I sat down beside him because I am a gracious hostess, and it is my duty to make our guests feel welcomed.
Of course, sister, why not?
And we sat there together in silence, while he looked at the lake. The lake, sister. As though I was not sitting right there in green color gown and amethyst earrings.
The amethysts were a good choice then.
I know the amethysts were a good choice. I chose them. That is beside the point. He looked at the lake, and his face was like, oh.
Oh, goodness.
Do not laugh.
I am not laughing, Jay.
You are making the face go. Sister, I'm sorry. The amethysts and the lake, and he doesn't walk for pleasure.
It's too funny.
It is not funny.
It is a little funny, sister. It is absolutely not. He sat there like a very handsome, A handsome what? Like a very handsome inconvenience. That is what I said. A handsome inconvenience. It is a type of problem, a specific category. Rosalind, it simply means that he is. The aggravation is compounded by the ear. It is harder to be annoyed at someone when their face is... He is very handsome, sister. It is extremely inconvenient. I shall simply try again at breakfast. I was merely caught off guard today. Tomorrow I will be completely prepared, and he will find me. Completely impossible to ignore. Exactly. He does have extraordinary eyes, though. Rosalind. He upset you this morning. He did not upset me. I am not upset. I am simply... He sat there and looked at the lake and said 4 words to you and made you feel like a... Yes. Fine. Yes, he did. Yes, in green, with the amethysts. It truly is perfect. In the green colored gown with the amethysts, yes. We should make his life slightly difficult. Define slightly, sister. Nothing terrible, nothing unkind. Just enough. Enough so that Prince Sebastian of Varenthia, who has seen all the waterfalls and... I do not walk for pleasure. Fine. He said fine. He actually said fine. Understands that he is not, in fact, in a kingdom that will simply sit quietly beside him and look at the lake. Go on. He is a man who is impressed by nothing. Yes? I said nothing. Absolutely nothing. Do you understand? So we do not try to impress him. We don't. We do the opposite. We inconvenience him gently, consistently, and with complete innocence. Complete innocence. Every time it looks like an accident or a misunderstanding, or simply the charming chaos of palace life. But it isn't. It is. First, breakfast. He will come to breakfast expecting what? Silence, efficiency, everything exactly as he wants it. A man like that runs on routine, on control, on things being predictable. So breakfast should be... not that. Not that at all. We seat him next to the most talkative person in the entire palace. Lord Fennec, that all you say?
Lord Fenwick has been wanting to tell someone about the history of the Eastern Aqueduct system for approximately 6 years. He told me last Tuesday for 45 minutes. He does not walk for pleasure. He will have to sit there and listen about the aqueduct. For as long as it takes. His rooms. His rooms. A man like that. Everything in exactly the right place. Everything ordered, everything controlled. We send him flowers. Flowers. Oh. Every hour, from different people, with very long notes. Flowers, every hour. Large ones, very fragrant ones. It is simply palace hospitality. We are welcoming our guest. He will have no surface left to put anything on. By afternoon, he will not be able to see the door. Sister, you are genuinely my favorite person in this kingdom. I know. And the garden? You said he has been assigned the East Garden Suite, the one with the balcony over the lower lake path. The very one. The palace musicians practice on the lower lake path. Every morning. At 6 o'clock. The full ensemble, I believe. All 14 of them. They are learning a new piece this month, I understand. They are. It is very ambitious. They will need a great deal of practice. When did you become like this? You were upset.
Johan.
Nobody upsets you. You know I am perfectly capable of handling one slightly cold prince on my own. Completely. You are the most capable person I know. But it is more fun this way. We will need to speak to the kitchen about breakfast seating before 8 o'clock. I already know which footman to tell. And the flowers very fragrant, you said, I am thinking tuberose. Tuberose is extremely fragrant. I know this, I know. And gardenias, and perhaps some very large lilies. For the hospitality. Entirely for the hospitality. He really does have extraordinary eyes, though.
Ready.
Marvelous morning. Absolutely marvelous. The light on the lower lake this morning.
I said to young Thomas on the path, I said, Thomas, in 40 years of mornings in this palace, I do not believe I have seen the lower lake at quite that particular angle of the Taze. Ah, the bread rolls, excellent. The rosemary ones, very good raw.
The Prince, Prince Sebastian, Lord Alistair Fenwick, Royal Advisor, 40 years in service to this kingdom. Delighted, absolutely delighted.
Fenwick.
Wonderful to have you with us. Wonderful. I said to the king just yesterday, I said, Your Majesty, a visit from Varenthia. Now there is something we have not seen in some years. The last delegation I recall was, let me think, it would have been the spring of, no, the autumn. It was definitely the autumn because the lower lake was at its October level. And I remember remarking to the
19 years ago, possibly 20. The records in the East Archive would confirm it.
I have been meaning to cross-reference the visitor logs with the water level documentation because there is a rather fascinating correlation between them. The lake levels and the frequency of royal visits, which I have been compiling into what I believe will be a very thorough document. I am perhaps 6 pages in, perhaps 70. I don't count as I go, it disrupts the flow. But that is neither here nor there. That you will want to know about the palace itself, I imagine. Most visitors do. The eastern wing, of course, dates to the original construction, which was the eastern aqueduct system, which is where it gets truly interesting for Rav. You see, the original architects faced a considerable challenge with the water pressure differential between the upper and lower lake levels, the gradient being approximately pre. Now, let me be precise here, because imprecision in matters of engineering is really approximately 1 foot per 12 horizontal, which if you consider the total horizontal distance of the Eastern Channel, which runs from... Are you familiar with the Eastern Channel, Your Highness?
No. Wonderful. Wonderful. I shall start from the beginning then, Fenbav.
The original survey was conducted in, now was it the 3rd or the 4th year of King Aldric II's reign?
I always conflate those 2 years. The records are ambiguous. There was a flooding incident in the archive room inn.
Good morning, Prince Sebastian. I hope you're finding everything comfortable.
The seating could be reconsidered.
The seating? Oh, but Prince is our most senior advisor. It is a great honor to sit beside him. He is tremendously tall.
The stone itself was quarried from the northern ridge, a very particular grade of limestone, you see.
I have a sample in my study. If you would like to see it, I often show it to guests.
Tremendously knowledgeable. You must be finding it so interesting.
Tremendously great.
Not the common variety, you understand. This is a specific subspecies. I have corresponded with a botanist in the Northern Territories about it. He was very interested indeed. We exchanged 17 letters on the subject. I have them filed chronologically if... Now the color is the remarkable thing. It is not simply green. It is a green that tends toward, how would one describe it? A kind of blue-green. Which of course reminded me of the lower lake at a certain depth. Which brought me back to the question of the aqueduct gradients.
Which brings me to what I consider the most fascinating aspect of the entire system. I think you will agree, Your Highness.
I think when you hear this, you will genuinely agree. Are you familiar with the concept of hydraulic counterbalancing as applied to medieval lake management?
No.
Wonderful, wonderful. I shall explain it fully. It will take a moment, but I think the context is important. Now, the counterbalancing mechanism itself involves a series of weighted stone gates. Imagine, if you will, a gate, Your Highness, but weighted. Are you imagining it?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Now imagine 12 of them, Pam.
Now, gate number 1.
Now, gate number 2 operates on a slightly different principle.
Fascinating.
Is not it?
Come.
With Her Highness Princess Rosalind's compliments, Your Highness, to welcome you to the East Wing.
Will there be anything else, Your Highness? Is there more coming?
I believe so, Your Highness. The palace extends its warmest.
How many more?
I couldn't say with certainty, Your Highness.
Estimate how many more?
Perhaps hourly, Your Highness, through the afternoon.
Hourly.
The palace takes great pride in its hospitality, Your Highness.
That will be all.
Your Highness.
Come.
With Her Highness Princess Little Sister, warmest compliments, Your Highness.
She hopes the flowers bring light to your rooms.
Entirely.
His Highness received the first arrangement, Your Highnesses. He asked how many more were coming.
And what did you tell him?
I said hourly, Your Highness.
How did he take that?
Quietly, Your Highness.
The next arrangement, make it the large white tuberose, the very large ones from the South Garden.
Yes, Your Highness.
And perhaps hyacinths with the tuberose for the scent. For the hospitality.
Entirely for the hospitality. He said quietly that What does that mean? What kind of man receives 17 flower arrangements and reacts quietly?
An interesting one indeed.
Tomorrow morning, the musicians. 6 o'clock. All 14, that's all it is.
They are very committed to the new piece.
Good, that is very excellent.
Come in.
With His Highness Prince Sebastian's warmest compliments, Your Highness.
Is there more coming?
His Highness mentioned hourly, Your Highness.
Where is he?
His Highness was last seen on the South Terrace, Your Highness.
Thank you. Your Highness.
Your Highness.
I received your flowers.
I hope they were to your comfort.
They are very generous.
The palace deserves nothing less. I understand hospitality is important here.
There are flowers on my chair.
I understand. That is the custom.
It is not the custom to put flowers on chairs.
Is it not?
Entirely. Entirely.
I wanted to be precise.
You put flowers on my chair.
You put flowers on my chair.
I did not put flowers on your chair.
There was an arrangement on the seat of my reading chair yesterday afternoon, Your Highness. I have witnesses.
That was hospitality.
As was mine.
There is a difference between hospitality and warrant.
Retaliation?
I don't know what you mean.
Lord Fenwick.
Lord Fenwick always sits in that seat at breakfast.
He was moved there yesterday morning. The seating arrangement was changed. At 7:45, I asked the kitchen footman.
Lord Fenwick is a very interesting man.
He told me about gate number 7 for 20 minutes.
The aqueduct system is genuinely fascinating.
It is not.
Some people find it.
No one finds it fascinating, Your Highness.
I cannot control where guests choose to sit at breakfast.
You seated me beside him, deliberately. You sent me 17 flower arrangements.
That was the hospitality of this palace.
Hospitality. Yes. You mentioned. You also sent a card.
A welcome card. I felt strongly about the sentiment.
You are not what I expected.
What did you expect?
A palace. A princess. The usual.
Yeah.
And instead?
Flowers. On my chair. Hourly.
You said fine. To my sister. In green gold gown.
She was blocking my view of the lake.
She wore the amethysts. For you were...
I noticed the amethysts.
You looked at the lake.
The lake is...
You've seen them, haven't you? The waterfalls.
She seemed prepared for a different kind of man.
She prepared for 3 hours.
The amethysts were well chosen.
She would like to hear that. From you. Not from me.
Is that a suggestion or a strategy?
With me, Your Highness.
I can.
It is usually both.
There will be more flowers coming. To your room.
I know. I know. I won't.
The flowers on the chair were excessive.
Gate number 7 was excessive.
Fair.
You followed the sound.
I came for a book.
You don't have one.
I was still choosing.
From this section.
The geography section is adjacent.
It is on the opposite wall, Your Highness.
What is it?
She was not the kind of beautiful that announces itself. She was the kind that waits, quietly, without need of acknowledgement, and finds you when you have stopped looking. It's a good line.
Yes, it is.
Did you find your geography?
Not exactly.
What did you find?
Something I wasn't looking for.
Are you staying for dinner?
That depends.
On what?
Whether Lord Fenwick attends.
Lord Fenwick always attends dinner.
Then I will dine in my room.
With the flowers?
The tuberose has grown on me.
Sister. You have said 11 times in the past 10 minutes.
I've been listening.
You have been looking at the lake with that face you make when you are...
I don't make a face.
You make a face. You have always made a face. It is a very small face. Most people would miss it entirely. I am not most people.
I went to the library this afternoon.
I know. Cook mentioned you missed tea.
He was there.
Prince Seb.
He came for a book, he said. He ended up in the fairy tale section.
Did he?
He sat in the reading chair near the tower window for an hour and a half.
And you were there the whole time.
I was there first.
Of course. And?
He is not. Rosalind, I think. He is not what we thought he was.
What do you mean?
I mean, he is cold, yes. He is contained. He says very little. He looks at people as though they are problems he is deciding whether to solve.
Yes.
But Rosalind, he sat in that chair for an hour and a half and he read. Not to pass time, the way you read when it matters. And he was on the same passage for a long time going back to it. And his face. His face when he doesn't know you're looking. It's completely different, Rosalind. He is completely different.
What did you see?
Someone trying very hard to feel nothing. Not quite managing it.
You like him.
I think we were unkind to him, Rosalind.
Sister.
No. Listen. Listen to me.
He arrived here alone. No, not just alone. Deliberately alone. A man who has spent so long being in charge of everything, responsible for everything and feeling nothing. Or deciding to feel nothing, which is its own kind of exhaustion.
He came to a kingdom he didn't know and sat at a breakfast table where we had placed Lord Fenwick beside him on purpose. And he endured it. He endured 17 flower arrangements and a card with the word entirely underlined, and he didn't get angry. He didn't make a scene. He sent flowers back. With a card. Entirely. That was his way of playing. Joining in. And We were already planning the next thing and the thing and the next thing, and he was just trying to keep up with us, Rosalind, in the only way he knows how. He said, fine. I know. To the green gold taffeta. And the amethysts. I know, Rosalind. I had prepared things to say. I know you had. I thought about the conversation. I wanted to. I just wanted him to look at me. That was all. Just look at me. The way people look at you when they find you interesting. When they think, oh, this one is worth paying attention to. He noticed the amethysts. What? On the terrace today, he said the amethysts were well chosen. He said that. He said it quietly, as if it cost him something to say it. As if. That is how he is, Rosalind. Everything costs him something. Every small softness, every moment of being a person rather than a prince, it costs him. And he pays it anyway. Sometimes. When he thinks no one is keeping account. We were unkind to him. We were. The flowers. Yes. Lord F. Gate number 7. Oh no. Gate number 7. He endured all 14 gates. Sister. I know. We should. We ought to. Yes. What do we do? We stop. No more flowers. No more Lord Fenwick. No more plans. And you go to him not prepared, not with topics, not in rose gold taffeta necessarily. The rose gold taffeta is perfectly. You go to him simply as yourself. The real yourself. The one who is on this sofa right now. What if that is not enough? Rosalind, you are the loudest, most certain, most gloriously impossible person in this entire kingdom. You walked into a breakfast room in amethyst earrings and sat beside a man who had not smiled in what I suspect is a very long time. And he noticed. He noticed everything. He was simply afraid to show it. You think he was afraid? I think he has been afraid of exactly this for a very long time. I think that is why he looks at the water instead of at people. Water does not look back. Water does not expect anything. Water does not wear rose gold taffeta and prepare things to say and make a man feel. I think being seen frightens him considerably more than anything else.
He really said the amethysts were well chosen.
Word for word. How did you find this terrace?
The staircase behind the east wing.
No one knows about that staircase.
You knew about it.
I discovered it when I was 7.
I discovered it last night. After the terrace. I couldn't sleep.
Don't.
Don't what?
Whatever you were about to say. The polite thing. The graceful exit. Don't.
I wasn't going to.
You were.
You don't know what I was going to.
You do it every time something catches you off guard. You compose yourself, and you find the graceful thing, and you say it. You're very good at it.
That is not.
It's not a criticism. It's just... I'd rather you didn't. This morning.
You couldn't sleep because of the flowers?
The tuberose has a considerable presence at 2 in the morning.
I'll have them removed today.
Don't.
You just said.
I said I couldn't sleep. I didn't say I wanted them removed.
You want to keep the flowers.
They've grown on me.
The sunrise will be.
Princess.
Yes.
Look at me.
I am watching the sunrise.
No, you're not.
I come here every morning for the sunrise. It is a very particular.
You were watching me.
I was. I was simply looking in your general direction.
Princess.
Yes.
You put 17 flower arrangements in my room.
That was hospitality.
You underlined entirely.
I felt strongly about.
You took my book.
It was on the table. I was simply.
You brought it here this morning.
I found it an interesting read.
Turn around.
Sunrise is about to.
Princess.
The light on the lower lake at this specific moment is genuinely extraordinary, and I would very much like to finish. I don't think that is.
You have been the most interesting person in every room I have been in for 4 days. You sent flowers to make a point. You underlined a word to make a point. You sat at the end of a breakfast table with a napkin over your mouth and made no point at all, and somehow that was worse than all the others. You read in a window seat with your shoes off, and you read lines that you wanted someone to hear, without asking if anyone was listening. You brought my book to your private terrace at dawn, and you have been watching me watch the sunrise for the past 5 minutes.
I have not been.
Princess, you have.
Prince.
I know.
This? We have known each other 4 days.
I know.
You came here for diplomatic reasons. For father.
I know what I came for. I know what I found instead.
I should breakfast will be.
It is 5 in the morning, Princess.
The sunrise, I usually watch it alone, and then I should go check on Rosalind.
Morning, Rosalind is asleep.
The flowers in my room need.
Princess?
You are the most difficult person I have ever encountered.
You put hyacinths in my room.
That was...
Hospitality. Yes.
Yes.
I have been looking at lakes my entire life, because I did not know what else to look at. I know what to look at now.
You read fairy tales.
I read one fairy tale in a library, because someone was already in the geography section.
The geography section is on the opposite wall.